We started this My League in 1984 and we have reached the year 2037. That is right. Today we are rewriting history with part 4 of our series. If you guys haven't watched part 1, part 2, or part 3, I highly recommend watching them to kind of follow our timeline. And if not, welcome to the video. And I kid you not, with the last draft class, we ended up with the Michael Jordan class. Orlando Magic happened to draft Michael Jordan. They also got Chauncey Billups, Steven Adams, Robert Smith, Tom Gugliotta. I have no idea who these guys are. Because part 3 was about, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. I really don't remember how long ago it was. We're gonna go roster by roster and kind of just refresh our memories with each team. Also, before we go and do that, I do want to say that because we've done every single draft class, number one, this is probably going to be the shortest part because we don't have to spin the wheel. We don't have to load up a draft class and whatnot. So for now, what we'll be doing is we're gonna just load just the 2025 and make our way all the way to 2030, and after that, it kind of just be random players. I'm not sure how many years we will do for part 4, but we'll do a good amount so Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, T-Mac, and all them actually are able to kind of do their own timeline. You know, we're not gonna just do 10 years and call it quits because Michael Jordan possibly has like 6-7 more years to go through. Anyways, Philly has Alonzo Mourning. He's getting there up in age, 32 years old. They have Baron Davis, 25. He's probably gonna snag the torch after when Alonzo Mourning retires. They have John McLaughlin, Otto Porter, 26, 90 years old. He's low-key Will's long-lost son. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Isaiah Ryder. They have JoJo White. We got Rudy, Christian Laettner, Rondo, 32, 87 years old. Milwaukee Bucks, Caron Butler, Jim Jackson, Goga. This team is not good at all. Wizards, Penny Hardaway, Nene, who's an 89 overall. We have Manu, 27 and 88. Rudy Gay, 32 and 88. Chicago Bulls, DeAndre Ayton is almost a 99 overall. You guys have Dennis Sell, 95. Kyle Lowry, 93 overall. Jamal Mashburn, RJ, Francisco Elson. Cavs, Marquise Johnson, Brandon Roy, Billy. I want to say it's Pulse. I don't know. Mo Bamba, Kevin McKinney, Otis Birdsong, Boston Celtics, Andrea Bargnani, DeAndre Hunter, Tyrese Thomas, Geoff Petrie. Clippers end up with Shea again. They have Jason Terry too, Bingo Smith. This team outside of these two guys is not looking that sharp. Atlanta Hawks, Kirk Jordan, Norm Nixon, Utah Jazz, Gary Payton, Wendell Carter Jr. A lot of these teams are not good. Sacramento Kings, Rip Hamilton, Bobo, Wally Szczerbiak, Jay Williams. New York Knicks, this team, the Mavs and the Nuggets always seem to find a way to just become good every single time. Like once Shaq becomes 34, 37, the same thing with Zion, I wouldn't be surprised if they just messed around and got freaking MJ on their team. Like, I'm so serious. This team, the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets and the Mavs, those 4 teams have been dominating the entire simulation from 1984 to 2037. But the New York Knicks have Zion, Shaq, Norm Van Leer, Walter Davis, Ron Artest at the very bottom. Lakers, they have Carmelo, Amari Stoudemire, Darius Garland, Bob Lanier, Sean Marion, Frederick Dupin. You guys can see the overalls already are just monstrous. Dallas Mavericks, they got Chris Webber, John Morant, Bernard King, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 25-94 overall. Elton Brand, Chris Bosh, Mikal Bridges. Also a semi-young Victor Oladipo is kind of entering his prime. He might snag the starting shooting guard position really soon. Brooklyn Nets, Gregory Nash, Lou Dort. This is one of the worst teams we've seen. Denver Nuggets, again, look at the overalls. The overalls speak a story for itself. Colin Sexton, Aldridge, Kobe White, Ricky Green, Dave Cowens, Vin Baker. Pacers, Tom Van Arsdale, Andre Miller, Jackson Hayes. Not that good of a team. Pistons, this is by far the worst team. The Pistons, I'm not even joking with you guys. I believe since 1984, this team has done nothing. Literally nothing. They have Antonio Davis, not even the right A. Davis. Houston Rockets, Trey Young, Marvin Bagley, Robert Horry, Tyler Hero, Cam Reddish. San Antonio Spurs, Luka Doncic, who's 32, and that's so weird to see Luka at 32 years old. Mike Glenn, Jamal Crawford, Bo Ellis. Phoenix Suns have Akeem Olajuwon, Keith Van Horn, Alan Crabb, Derek Coleman. OKC Thunder with LeBron James, Pete Maravich, Jack Sikma, Calvin Murphy, Darius Baisley, Quentin Richardson. Portland Trail Blazers, not as bad as the Detroit Pistons because they have John Stockton, and that's a nice future to have. But other than that, this team is like, it's kind of whatever. Golden State Warriors, T-Mac. We have J.R. Bremer, Keith Erickson, Julian Humphreys, and last and not least, never mind, no, we still got a few more teams. I'm used to like seeing Golden State Warriors and then Washington Wizards, and we're done. We still have the Miami Heat, Doug Christie, Neil Walk, Tim James, CJ McCollum. Pelicans, pretty bad team. I mean, they don't really have anyone going on here. The Magic we saw already. Minnesota Timberwolves, David Wesley, Jared Vanderbilt, Naz Reid. Toronto Raptors, Yao Ming, 26-93, Jim McMillan, Corey Maggot, Jerome Robinson. This team is alright too. Memphis Grizzlies, nothing really crazy. They have James Edwards, Robert Reed, pretty much about it. Hornets, monstrous duo here with big men, 33 years old, 90 overall Mitch Robb, Triple J, 90 overall Nate Archibald, JJ Redick, Andre Karlinko, and etc. era. And that is it. We have made it to all 30 teams. At the end of the season, Bernard King is the MVP with the Dallas Mavericks. This guy, during the LeBron era, quote unquote, was supposed to be the LeBron era, has taken over the league. He's a 3-time NBA champ already, 3-time MVP. Michael Jordan, Rookie of the Year, about 24 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Efficiency is great outside of the three-pointer. Nerlens Noel, 6th man with the Sacramento Kings, 19.5, 8.5 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1 steal, about 2 blocks. LeBron James, DPOY, 17.2 points, 8.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 1.5 steals and blocks, 50-40, almost 50-40-90 from the club. I mean from the field, free throw, and three-pointer. I don't know why I said the club. MIP Lucius Allen, 15 points, 3.5 rebounds, 6.7 assists, 1.5 steals. Trae Young, clutch player of the year with 30 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.3 steals. And Lamont Farmer, coach of the year, 66 and 16 with Urban Webb, the third executive of the year. OMB thirds, we're gonna have Bernard King, Luka, J.L. Petrie, Zion, and Ja. OMB second, Chris Webber, LeBron, Michael Jordan, Tom Van Arsdale, and Trae Young. Michael Jordan in his rookie year already making OMB second. OMB third, Marquise Johnson, Shaq, Charles Barkley, DeAndre Ayton, and Dennis Sell. All defensive first, LeBron, TFA, Shaq, Bernard King, Alonzo Mourning, and all defensive second, Marquise Johnson, Andrea Bargnani, Nerlens Noel, Akeem Olajuwon, and Mo Bamba. As for the rookies, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, who averaged 19, almost 20 points, double-double, 10.3 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.2 steals and blocks. Akeem Olajuwon, 15.6 points, 9 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 2.1 blocks. John Stockton with the Blazers, 11.5 points, 8 assists, 1.5 steals, efficiency god-awful. And all rookie second, Allen Washington, Sam Bowie, Antonio Daniels, Dead Bledsoe, and Mac Morris. West play-in, Houston Rockets, Utah Jazz, Clippers, and Phoenix. And out east, we have the Wizards, Raptors, Indiana Pacers, and the Brooklyn Nets. At the end of the play-in, Utah Jazz, Houston Rockets, Brooklyn Nets, and Washington Wizards all advance to the playoffs. League leaders, 4 points. Leading the league in scoring was Trae Young, number 1, Luka, Ja, Zion, and MJ in his rookie year again, number 5. Rebounds, Marvin Bagley, Mo Bamba, Mitch Robb, Charles Barkley, and Jack Sigma. As for assists, Norm Nixon, Darius Garland, Kyle Lowry, NVL, and Gary Payton. Assists, TVA, Michael Jordan, Gary Payton, Marquise Johnson, and J.R. Petrie. And as for blocks, Neil Walk, Shaq, Akeem, Alonzo Mourning, and Yao Ming. We're going to simulate the first round, see if there's any upsets. Not really any upsets. I don't consider 4-5 or really 6-3 that many upsets, considering that the OKC Thunder literally have LeBron James. We have LeBron versus the powerhouse Lakers and Melo, Denver and Dallas, New York, Cleveland, and Philly, Chicago. Simulate this round, and we have the Chicago Bulls kind of going on a Cinderella run over here, going to the conference finals versus the New York Knicks. They have Issel, Aiden, Kyle Lowry, Elson, Brunson. Is this Jalen Brunson? It is Jalen Brunson. He's 35 years old. RJ Barrett, Jamal Mashburn, Hedo Turkoglu. This team can make the finals. I'm not going to say they won't. And then we get the Dallas Mavericks, Lakers. My money is on the Mavericks to win up the whole thing. Game 1 is a dub for the Bulls and the Mavericks. Game 2, 2-0 lead for both sides. 2-1, bring it back. Lakers bring it up 2-2. Chicago Bulls up 3-1. Can they advance to the finals? No, they don't. 3-2, 3-2 both sides. Game 6, Mavericks advance, and we have a Game 7, New York and Chicago Bulls. We'll simcast it. If it's close, we'll jump in, and if it's not, well, you already know, we'll just simcast right past it. Somewhat of a close game. The Knicks are kind of just pulling through over here. It's not that close anymore, is it? It's a 9-point game, 30 seconds go. It's pretty much done. The Knicks advanced to the finals. The Bulls choked a 3-1 lead. Zion, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and Chris Webber, Western. We have Shaq and Zion versus Bernard King. Game 1 is going to be a dub for the Mavericks. Game 2, dub for the Mavericks. Game 3, dub for the Mavericks. And Game 4, dub for the Mavericks. Clean sweep. Ja Morant, Finals MVP, almost 33 points in the finals. Player retirements, Charles Oakley, Corny Stewart, pretty much. Oh, Jalen Brunson too. No one really just like, wow, no Hall of Famers really retire. Draft lottery, this is essentially for Cooper Flag, and the Pelicans with the first overall pick. If they don't fumble, they are getting Cooper Flag, followed by Portland and Memphis to round up your top 3. With the 2038 NBA draft, the New Orleans Pelicans are going to be drafting Cooper Flag. We'll do like the first 5 picks to kind of see where everyone goes. Blazers with the second pick, and they will be drafting Dylan Harper, the consensus number 1 and 2 pick. Memphis Grizzlies with the third pick, and they are drafting Ace Bailey. With the 4th pick, the Orlando Magic. It seems like they're going to be trading their pick. They are absolutely doing that. Michael Jordan is not getting another teammate. They're getting Goga and Billy McKinney. Personally, me, if I'm Michael Jordan, I'm pissed. And then they get Trey Johnson. And with the 5th pick, the Golden State Warriors are going to be drafting Knuppel. Honestly, one of the most safest draft picks you could do in real life. He does no wrong. He shoots the ball. He does the right plays. VJ Edgecombe falls to number 7 to the Heat. Jeremiah Fierce to the Nets. Derek Queen falls all the way down 12 to the Clippers. CMB to the Raptors, just like in real life. Yang Henson to the Chicago Bulls. The Asian Jokic goes number 19. Free agency, we have Rip Hamilton Hamilton, Sean Marion, Jamal Mashburn, Tyrus Thomas, Andre Miller, David Wesley, Nate Archibald. Some good players, mainly these two guys, because the rest of the guys are pretty they're getting old, man. They're getting up there in age. I mean, you got Carlos Boozer. You also have Tim Duncan. Hold on a minute. Tim Duncan, 86 overall, 23. If someone manages to snag him, you're looking so good for the future. Also, T-Mac, man, 21, 85 overall. If he goes to the OKC Thunder, man, I just want to see LeBron win. I just want to see LeBron just dominate, man. Him and MJ, I just want to see both of them go at it. Tim Duncan goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. Wow, so with Alonzo Mourning getting up there in age, they have nothing to worry about. They got Tim Duncan coming up. Rudy Gay re-signs with the Wizards. A lot of re-signings and signings by the Chicago Bulls. We have Aiden, Kyle Lowry, and Jamal Mashburn re-signing, and then Sean Marion and Nick Van Exel signing with the Bulls. The Cavs signed Nate Archibald and Andre Miller. Lamar Odom goes to the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't know how old he is. He's 88 overall, 25. Okay, so that's a good pickup. T-Mac goes to the Kings. Hey, he wants to build something in Sacramento with Jalen Williams, Allen Crabbe. I have not heard of Allen Crabbe in forever. He's playing pretty damn good too. 50.2 points with Phoenix Suns. And now he's going to Sacramento where he could just spark the freaking ball like no one other. And Wally Zerbiak too with T-Mac. Pretty nice. You have Bol too. Sacramento's kind of building something nice. You have Nerlens Noel who's holding it down in the paint too. I like that team. I like this team a lot. Chauncey Billups and Kenny Thomas go to the New York Knicks. Elton Brown re-signs with the Mavericks. LeBron re-signs. Pete Maravich re-sign. And they get Carlos Boozer to join OKC. That is it. That is all. Normally this is where I would say, you know what time it is. It's the part of the video where we spin the wheel, but we have no wheel to spin because every draft class has been booked. So instead, we're going to go to a user created and simply just stick to 2026. And after that, we have 4 more draft classes that we could kind of snag up and then we're done. Not the video, just with the actual IRL players, and then we'll just go with 2K random generated. About halfway through the season, award races, we have Ja, Bernard King, Chris Webber for the Dallas Mavericks in MVP conversations, followed by Zion and LeBron James. Rookie of the Year, Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, Pisicki Garay. I'm butchering the hell out of this guy's name. And then we have Nolan, 6th Man of the Year, Kobe White, Nerlens Noel, Elton Brand. Giannis is coming off the bench, 27-year-old. I mean, it's the Lakers. The Lakers are stacked, and Ricky Green. DPOY, Bernard King, Shaq, TVA, Akeem Olajuwon, and LeBron James. MIP, Sam Bowie. Oh my, I almost said LeBron James. Michael Jordan, 32 points. 32 points, 5.2 rebounds, 5.5. Hey, I'm bowing down right now. Take over. Please take over. Make some fun content. Jojo White, Akeem Olajuwon, and Ryan Brown. Clutch Player of the Year, TVA, Lamar Odom, Gial Petri, Calvin Murphy, and Yao Ming. 2039 All-Star participants. Michael Jordan obviously is going to make it. Kyle Lowry, Zion, Shaq, Aiden, TVA, Manu, Danisel, Yao Ming, Mitch Rob, Marquise Johnson, and Gial Petri. Al West, Ja, Trae Young, Luka, Chris Webber, LeBron, Rip Hamilton, Colin Sexton, Bernard King, Melo, Kareem, and Marvin Bagley, and Calvin Murphy. This is hype, man. This is hype. MJ is going to take over. He just needs like that one guy, that 1 or 2 guys on the team to kind of help him out. And I have a feeling we're up for a freaking hell of a video. End of the season, Ja MVP, 27.5 points. Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, 21, 7, and 4. Calvin Murphy, 6th man, 23.3 points off the bench is insane. Bernard King DPOY, 28.5, almost 2 steals, 1.5 blocks, 99 from the free throw. MIP Sam Bowie, I don't know. MIP, oh my god, would you look at that? Michael Jordan, 32.5 points. I mean, normally I'm kind of against giving MIP to a second-year player, but look at this. Look at these numbers, damn it. Calvin Murphy, also Clutch Player of the Year. Wow, off the bench, and he's off the bench. Lamont Farmer, Coach of the Year, 74 and 8, and same thing as last year. On be first, we have Michael Jordan making the appearance. Bernard King, Gial Petri. On be second, it's going to be your usual players. I think Yao Ming climbs up a spot. On be third, Charles Barkley, Cooper Flag in his rookie year, LeBron, Rip Hamilton, and Lamar Odom. All defensive first seems like it's your usual players, and all defensive second, Cooper Flag makes a nod. All rookie first, Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper with the Blazers, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Garay, 7.2 points, 8.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1 steal, almost half a block. Ace Bailey, 13.2, 5 rebounds, assists and a half, about 1 steal and a block and a half. And Nolan with the Celtics, 10, 1, and 6.3 assists. All rookie second, Knuppel with the Warriors, 11.6, 3.6 rebounds, 2.5 assists. VJ Edgecombe, 11, 4, and 2.7. Caspers, 7.6, 2 and 3. Carter Bryant, 6.7, about 3 and 1. And Maluak, 5.6, 4.5 assists. Out west, we have the Denver Nuggets, Clippers, Utah Jazz, and Pelicans. And out east, Indiana, Washington, Toronto, and Charlotte all in the play-in. Advancing to the playoffs, Wizards, Denver, Pelicans, and Indiana. League leaders leading the league in scoring was not Sean Bradley. Michael Jordan with 32.4, followed by Ja, Luka, Trae Young, and Zion. Rebounds, Akeem Olajuwon, Mitch Robb, Marvin Bagley, Charles Barkley, and Shaq. Assists, we got Kyle Lowry, Norm Nixon, Darius Garland, Baron Davis, and Ja. Steals, Michael Jordan, TVA, Gary Payton, Bernard King, and Geoff Petrie. Blocks, Shaq, Akeem, Yao Ming, Tim Duncan, and Julian Humphreys. Simulate the first round of the playoffs. More or less the same teams out west are advancing. Dallas Mavericks, Kings in the second round, and then Lakers versus OKC. Out east, New York versus Atlanta, and Cleveland versus Boston. Simulate this round two. We have the Dallas Mavericks advancing, the Lakers, the Knicks, and the Cavs. We have a 1-2 seed on both sides, both advancing into the conference finals. Game 1 is going to be a dub for the Mavs and dub for the Knicks. Game 2, tied 1-1 on both ends. Game 3, 2-1 lead for the Mavericks and New York Knicks. Game 4, 3-1 lead for the Mavericks and tied 2-2 out east. Game 5, the Dallas Mavericks advance and the Cleveland Cavaliers take a 3-2 lead. Game 6, can they end it? No. New York Knicks force a Game 7, potentially going up versus the Mavericks again, trying to get their lick back in the finals. New York Knicks are home, and it seems like they're just going to pretty much pull through. They won every single quarter so far. They're going to win the fourth quarter too. John Morant, Western Conference Finals MVP, and Zion out east. Again in the finals, Maverick versus Knicks. I feel like this is the whole like Golden State and Cleveland Cavaliers series again. Game 1 is going to be a dub for the Knicks. Game 2, tied 1-1. 2-1 for the Mavericks. 2-2. The Knicks are fighting back over here. 3-2 for the Mavericks, and it's just not enough. The Mavericks win in 6. John Morant Finals MVP once again. Draft lottery. This is for AJ and the Phoenix Suns. Potentially could get AJ, and then the Heat and Blazers round up the top 3. I'm saying AJ goes number 1 and Aaliyah Arenas goes number 2. Or Boozer number 2 and Aaliyah Arenas number 3. 2031 Phoenix Suns are going to be drafting Darren Peterson. Wow, that's a shocker. Miami Heat are going to be drafting AJ. That horrible pick by the Phoenix Suns, if that's my honest opinion. Portland Trailblazers, Cameron Boozer number 3. So now I'm assuming Aaliyah Arenas is going to go 4th to the Golden State Warriors. It seems like they're going to trade their pick. Oh my god, they are trading their pick. What are they doing? For Trey Burke and Mike Bratz. What are we doing? Utah Jazz with the 4th pick, and Chris Sinak Jr. goes number 4. Number 5, Memphis Grizzlies are going to be selecting Nate Ament. Maybe I'm confusing the year. Maybe Aaliyah Arenas is the year after. No, he's not. He falls down to number 6 to the Timberwolves. Wow, what are they doing? And I kind of feel bad for the Magic because they have MJ. I feel like they're never going to get a top 5 pick anymore, let alone a top 3, top 10 pick. This might be their last top 10 pick for a foreseeable future. So they're really going to have to try and banging in free agency and pause. They're going to have to try and just like hoping for the best in free agency and just signing some players, because MJ is not going to make you have a lottery pick for much longer. Let's be real here. So you definitely have to rebuild through free agency if you're the Orlando Magic. Free agencies, Yao Ming and MJ. I would love to see that. TVA, we have Colin Sexton, Caron Butler, Aldridge, Kobe White. MJ is a free agent too, so he might just honestly leave. And yes, if you guys are new and wondering, after 2 years, for some reason the teams do not accept the player option, because for some reason the player options are worth like 100 mil, because I turn off cap to make this a little fair. So MJ might just leave. He might leave. I want to see where his values are at. Play for winner, extremely important, and loyalty, extremely loyal. Finance, security, not important. He might go to one of the top 4 teams: Knicks, Nuggets, Mavs, Lakers, OKC. I kind of don't want to see him in OKC just because LeBron's there, and it kind of be unfair. Moment of truth here. We get to see where Michael Jordan goes, and he goes to Philly to team with Tim Duncan and old Alonzo Mourning. Michael Jordan and Tim Duncan are teaming up for I don't know how many years, maybe 3 years in Philly. Usually what happens here is if once they leave their first team and a player starts to play more and more with a certain team, they're more likely to re-sign with this team. So we might see Tim Duncan and MJ for quite a while in Philly here. Akeem Olajuwon goes with the Washington Wizards. Jay Williams, Manu, Rudy Gay, Penny Hardaway, who's getting up there in age, and now they have Akeem Olajuwon. OKC Thunder signed JJ Redick. Good shooter for the team. Good shooter alongside LeBron James. You always need some good shooters alongside LeBron. And pretty much, honestly, that's about it. Nothing really else has really happened. Yao Ming re-signs with the Raptors. Tim Hardaway Jr. signs with them too. This is where my draft knowledge kind of goes down the chart. I don't really know who's in the 2027 NBA draft class. We have Tyron Stokes and Mikal Murian, Brandon McCoy, Caleb Holt, Hugo Yigma Makuri. Honestly, these players could be auto-generated. I cannot tell you. Christian Collins, Taj Ariza. Is this Trevor Ariza's son? Alex Costanza, Caleb Gaskins, Jackson Richardson, Jason Crowley Jr., Jordan Smith Jr. I don't know who's a good prospect in this draft. So these are the players. If you guys know them, amazing on you. Your ball knowledge is immaculate. At the trade deadline, wow, already in the year 2040. This feels like a whole long time ago from now. Award races: MVP, Zion, T-Mac, Ja, Luka, and Shaq. Rookie of the Year, AJ, Cameron Boozer, Trey Johnson, Darren Peterson, and Dash Daniels. Six-man, Gial Petrie, John Stockton, Chris Wilcox, Giannis, and Ninod. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm so sorry. DPOY, Shaq, Bernard King, LeBron, Cooper Flag, and Tim Duncan. MIP, Allah Abdelnabi, Abdel Nabi, Marcus Liberty, Ace Bailey, VJ Edgecombe, and Stephen Jackson. Clutch Player of the Year, Luka, Tayshaun Prince, Juan Carlos Navarro, and Rip Hamilton with Joel Beringer. Also, our participants for the 2040 All-Stars, MJ, Manu, Shaq. Pretty much your usual players here. Charles Barkley again. For out east, pretty much the same players. Out west, T-Mac makes an appearance. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And pretty much honestly the same players that we saw more or less last year. End of the season, Zion MVP, Cameron Boozer Rookie of the Year, Giannis six-man with the Lakers, Shaq DPOY, Lionel Simons MIP with the Kings, Trey Johnson Clutch Player of the Year with the Bucks, Vin Posey 76-6. This is a New York time to win the championship. Coach of the Year, and Irvin Webb the third Executive of the Year. I mean, the record's pretty damn close still. Even at that, 69-13 is great. OMB first, Zion, T-Mac, Tim Duncan, John Bernard King. OMB second, LeBron. MJ, what he averaged despite having a superstar teammate alongside him. Points definitely dropped a lot, but stats are still great. Efficiency is not that good from the three-pointer. Cooper Flag, Charles Barkley, and Luka. OMB third, Shaq, Akeem, Lamar Odom, Gary Payton, and Sean Marion. Lamar Odom low-key has been hooping with the Clippers. Two-time All-NBA player, averaging about 20 in both seasons. Efficiency not that good. Rebounds 8 both season, 3 assists. Pretty good. Good on him. All defensive first, Shaq, Bernard King, Akeem, LeBron, Tim Duncan. All defensive second, Sean Marion, Dale Bledsoe. Who the heck is Dale Bledsoe? 1.8 blocks, 1.4 steals, Sam Bowie, TVA, and Cooper Flag. Our rookie first, Cameron Boozer. We saw his numbers before he won Rookie of the Year. AJ with 18.3, 6.3 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 1.4 steals. Trey Johnson, 20.5 points, 2.2 rebounds, 3.2 assists. Darren Peterson, the first overall pick, 15 points, 4 and 3.5, and Dash Daniels, 15, 4, 2.7, and 1.3 steals. All rookie second, Jaden, Elton, Nate, Kareem, and Chris Sanak Jr. Out west, play-in, Memphis, Denver, Houston, and Utah. And out east, we have the Toronto Raptors, Indiana Pacers, Boston Celtics, and Miami Heat. Simulate the play-in, we have the Memphis Grizzlies advancing, Raptors, Houston Rockets, and Pacers all make it to the playoffs. I was about to start simulating the first round, but I realized we need to go over this real quick. I always forget to do this. League leaders, leading the league in scoring was Zion, followed by Ja, Luka, Trae Young, and Charles Barkley. Rebounds, Charles Barkley, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Marvin Bagley, and Gregory Nash. Assists, Darius Garland, Kyle Lowry. Despite them being super old, they're still diming over here. Norm Nixon, NVL, and Gary Payton. Steals, Gary Payton, MJ, Bernard King, Ricky Green, and LeBron James. And for blocks, Shaq, Akeem, Tim Duncan, Sam Bowie, and Dale Bledsoe. Anyways, carrying on with the simulation, and half of them were pretty much done by the time I pressed pause. OKC Thunder they're getting demolished. Philly in the second seed, already advancing the second round. Tim Duncan and MJ are going to dominate. We have the Dallas Mavericks, San Antonio Spurs, and the Lakers versus Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom represent. He upset the Kings over here. This I would consider an upset because it's pretty much just Lamar Odom. And then we have the Cavs and Knicks out east. Simulate the next round. It's 2-2 right now. 2-2 in the LA battle over there. Lamar Odom is up 3-2 and he advances to the conference finals going versus the Dallas Mavericks. But honestly, the Dallas Mavericks are probably going to sweep them. We have Knicks and Philly. We have Tim Duncan and Michael Jordan versus Shaq and Zion. Oof, 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 oof. Game 1 is going to be dealt for the Knicks and the Mavericks. Game 2 up 2-0 both sides. Game 3 2-1 both sides. Game 4 Philly ties it up 2-2. Dallas Mavericks up 3-1. And Game 5 Mavericks advance. Philly is up 3-2. Game 6 we have a Game 7. Please be close. This is a game we need to jump into. Zion and Shaq versus MJ and Tim Duncan. We need this to be so close so we can jump in. The Knicks 41 to their 21 in their third quarter. Bounce back here. Yeah, we're not jumping into this one. It's done. Zion 37, 8 and 7. Shaq, not the greatest numbers, 10, 6 and 3. Michael Jordan 27, 4 and 4, and Tim Duncan 26, 5 and 7. Bernard King, Western Conference Finals MVP, and Zion 32 and 9 East. Again, Mavericks Knicks finals. The Knicks really want it, but the Mavericks just been dominating. Game 1 goes to them. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 2-1. 2-2. The Knicks bring it back. Game 3 goes to the Mavericks in Game 6. We have a Game 7 in the finals. The Knicks bring it back. The Knicks are home court advantage. Can they finally take one from the Mavericks, or will they lose 3-0 in the finals to the Dallas Mavericks? It seems like that's going to be the case, but wait, the Knicks are bouncing back low key. They're bouncing back. Oh my god, what a fourth quarter here. 28 to their 17. They're going to become NBA champs. New York Knicks in 7 win the NBA finals. Zion finals MVP, 30.5 points, 10.7 rebounds, 3.2 assists. Amazing. They have been dethroned. So sad sad to see. LeBron James is going to retire. Nope. Psych, we got another year with LeBron James. He's probably going to retire next year. Hall of Fame inductees, I'm guessing it would have been LeBron, but he's not making it. Jersey retirements, okay, it wasn't on. Jersey retirements, Judo Mark to the Lakers, 2023, 2039. Draft lottery, we're going to do it anyways, but I don't know who can go where. Pelicans end up with the first pick once again. The Pistons number 2 and the Blazers number 3 via Orlando. I don't know what the Magic are doing. They're kind of just selling. Actually, wait. Swap for best, which I mean, the Blazers are probably going to take 99% of the time. We're going to skip through the draft because I don't know. I doubt many people know who the heck is in this draft class. Tyron Stokes goes number 1. Mika goes number 2. Hugo Yigma Mukori goes number 3. And then the rest of these guys over here to round up your top 10. Free agencies, we have Baron Davis, Otto Porter, Free agents, Baron Davis, Otto Porter, NVL, Ron Artest, Mike Glenn. Do we have anyone? Cooper Flag might leave the Pelicans and might go to a contention. And pretty much about it. Cooper Flag, what is he feeling over here? He's play for winner, extremely important. If he goes to Philly, I swear to God, that is going to be a whole super team right there. A nice big 3. And Cooper Flag does not join the Philadelphia 76ers. Cooper Flag does not join Philly. Instead, they get Antonio Davis, PJ Brown. Nothing really crazy for Philly. Dylan Harper signs with the Bulls. Same thing with Naz Reid. Norm Nixon resigns with the Hawks. Cooper Flag with the Knicks. Play for winner. He was not joking about that. They have Abdul Ralph, Ron Artest, Zion Shaq, Chauncey Billups, and Cooper Flag now. That's a nice squad. NVL signs with the Nuggets. The Nuggets trying to do something over here. 2 more draft classes, and after this, we're going to automated rookies. We have Baba Oladontun. Feels like it's a KSI relative or something. Paul Osariu, Caden Gibson, Nathan Solomon, Gabe Neesmith, Mahmoud Landour, Lincoln Cosby, CJ Rosser. These guys over here. If you guys know them, you know them. I don't know any of these guys. So starting lineup for the Knicks out of curiosity, they have Abdul Ralph, they have Goodrich, Cooper Flag, Zion, and Shaq. Disgusting. Chauncey Billups, Ron Artest off the bench. Oof, that is nasty. Damn, the Knicks are 38-3. That is a monstrous. Award races, T-Mac might snag an MVP. Cooper Flag, MJ, Tim Duncan, and Zion are running up the top 5. Rookie of the Year, Mika, Tyron Stokes, Brandon McCoy, Caleb, and Abraham. 6th Man of the Year, Ron Artest, Nate Amon, Elton Brand, Derek Queen. Wow, okay. And J.R. Bremer. DPOY, Bernard King, LeBron at 40 years old. I just signed a contract. It's way too early to me think about my next career move. I hope he doesn't retire, man. Accolades, he's a 7-time MVP, 21-time All-Star, and a 12-time DPOY. Definitely a Hall of Fame career, just unfortunately he didn't win any championships. Shaq, Sean Marion, Akeem Olajuwon, MIP, Thomas Sobers, Tor, Casper, Cedric, and Kevin. Clutch Player of the Year, Trey Johnson, Amari Stoudemire, Ace Bailey, Joe Petrie, and Melo. Wow, I mean, just wow. LeBron James, 40 years old already, man. I swear I felt like just in the last video, he was just getting drafted, but I forget he got drafted early into the last video, and then we did already like 17, 18 seasons. At the end of the season, T-Mac does it with Sacramento, wins the MVP. I'm liking this team. I'm kind of rooting for the Kings. Micah, Rookie of the Year, Ron Artest, 6-Man, Bernard King, DPY, Thomas Sobers, MIP, Lamar Odom. Sorry, I was mid-burp. Clutch Player of the Year with 21.5 points. Vin Posey, 74-8, Coach of the Year, and Zach Warren, 69-13. The Kings resurgence here. All-NBA first, T-Mac, MJ, Bernard King, Akeem, Charles Barkley. All-NBA second, LeBron at 40 years old. That's making Cooper Flag is here. Tim Duncan. All-NBA third, we have AJ, Ace Bailey, Cameron Boozer. The new gen's coming up. New gen of players are coming up. All defensive first, LeBron at 40 years old. What the heck did this guy average? 15.2 points, 7.6 rebounds, 6.6 assists, 2.1 steals, 1.5 blocks. That's my goat. All defensive second, usual players. T-Mac also makes an appearance. Or rookie first. These are your rookies. Over here, we'll take a look at rookie reports. West playing, we have the Rockets, Utah Jazz, Clippers, and Blazers. The OKC Thunder, 3rd seed. They might win a championship. Hold on a minute. And out east, we have the Chicago Bulls, Raptors, Detroit Pistons, Indiana Pacers. Simulate the plan. Jazz, Chicago Bulls, Rockets, and Toronto Raptors all advance into the playoffs. Leading the league in scoring, we had MJ with 24.5. Same thing with John Morant. We'll round up 24.5. T-Mac, Luka, and Akeem Olajuwon. Rebounds, Tim Duncan, Dennis Sale, Charles Barkley, Pisky Garay, and Akeem Olajuwon. Assists, Norm Nixon, Garland, DeJuan Wagner, Gary Payton, and Chauncey Billups. Steals, we had Gary Payton, LeBron at 40 years old. Michael Jordan, JoJo White, and Tori Yabusele. And then blocks, John Beringer, Akeem, Yao Ming, Shaq, and Thomas Sobers. Rookie report, Tyron Stokes led the rookies in scoring with 17, followed by Mika, Brandon McCoy, Alex Constanza, and Caleb Holt. These are the rest of the numbers here. If you guys want to take a look, feel free to pause. Same like the first round, I'm rooting for OKC. It's 2-2, it's 3-2, and they're advancing to the second round, going versus the Dallas Mavericks. If they beat the Dallas Mavericks here, I have so much faith. Philly gets upset by the 7th seed Chicago Bulls. Who would have thought the Bulls without Michael Jordan Jordan would beat the literally Michael Jordan Philly. LeBeau, Dennis Sale, Sean Marion, Aiden. Yeah, I mean, this team is really good. This team is really good. But you have MJ and Tim Duncan. No excuses. Simulate the second round. The Dallas Mavericks are up 3-1. I'm afraid LeBron James is out. Yep, that's his last year. I'm pretty sure he's done with the Dallas Mavericks, Lakers out west, and New York Knicks and Chicago Bulls. Wow. Game 1 is a dub for the Knicks and Mavericks. Game 2, Lakers take it 1-1. Knicks are up 2-1. Knicks up 2-0. Dallas Mavericks up 2-1. Game 4, 3-1 lead on both sides. Game 5, do they both advance? The Knicks advance and the Mavericks advance for the 4th year in a row. John Morant versus Zion. Tim Duncan. No, not Tim Duncan. Shaq versus Bernard King. This is a hell of a series here. Game 1's a dub for the Knicks. Game 2, a dub for the Knicks. They're coming with dominance, up 3-0. Can they sweep? They bring out the brooms. 2-2 over here. It's its own part of the video. The Knicks versus the Mavericks. It's 2-2 in the finals. 4 times straight in the finals. Finals MVP Zion Williamson. Player retirements. LeBron is not retired. Yes, he doesn't retire. Carmelo, nope. The rest of you guys enjoy your retirements. Hall of Fame inductees, we have Penny Hardaway, and jersey retirements, we have Penny Hardaway with the Wizards 2025 to 2037 and 2031 to 2041. Draft lottery, again, I don't know who's going where, but the Magic end up with the first pick. Bucks and Blazers again are in the lottery, or more specifically the top 3. NBA draft, we have Baba going number 1, Nathan number 2, Paul number 3. The rest of these guys over here to round up your top 10. I don't know any of these guys. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll know you guys in 3 years. Free agency, we have Jack Sigma, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Victor Oladipo, Darren Peterson. A lot of good players here. AJ is a free agent too. VJ Edgecombe. We have Cameron Bruiser, the new gen. The new gen is in free agency right here. AJ goes with Philly. A nice big 3 here with MJ, AJ, and Tim Duncan. Alonzo Mourning still on the team. Jojo White too. VJ Edgecombe goes with the Chicago Bulls. I think he was already part of the Chicago Bulls, wasn't he? Was it him or is it Ace Bailey or something like that? Nah, he was in my... I'm confusing someone with someone else. Aaliyah Arenas goes with the Cavs. How is he playing? How is he performing? Aaliyah Arenas, 86 overall, 20 points with the Minnesota Timberwolves, 4.8 rebounds, 3.2 assists. Amazing pickup by the Cavs. LeBron James re-signs with the OKC Thunder on a 1-year, $62.5 million. This is probably his last year. He's at 90 overall. He's going to hit the 80s sooner rather than later. Oklahoma City is where I want to be. If you're amiable to it, let's get work on a contract extension. I've seen that story multiple times. I don't think he's going to stay. I think this is his last year. Cameron Bruiser goes to the Raptors, so they have a nice front court here with Cameron Bruiser, Yao Ming, and Giannis. They signed Giannis too. I didn't even peep that they signed Giannis, but he's only an 84 overall, and he's in 10th year pro. I'm surprised he hasn't progressed into the player he is in today's day. Yeah, I mean, he's playing pretty alright too. He was there last season, 13.5 points, 6.6 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 assists. Second to last IRL draft class, the 2029. Technically in 2K, this is the 2042, I want to say. Yeah, 2041, 2042 season. Oh my god. And in this draft class, we have Cameron Mercer, Eric Dampier Jr., AJ Williams, Aiden Diggs, Quentin Wilson. You guys see the players here. I don't know who they are. If you do, again, ball knowledge, insane ball knowledge. Already in year 5 in part 4, trade deadline. Award races. Once again, Cooper Flag's making a name for himself. He's taking up New York. He's taking over New York as, well, Shaq and Zion are getting up in age. I'm pretty sure they're like 33, 34. T-Mag, Bernard King is 32 years old. Charles Barkley and AJ making a name for himself too in Philly. Rookie of the Year, Baba, Paul, Nathan, Jamal, and Lincoln. 6th Man of the Year, VJ, Elton Brand, Pisike. Man, I hate some of these names I cannot pronounce. Andre Miller and Cedric Cohen. DPOI, Bernard King, Cooper Flag, Dell Thomas, and Jackson Hayes. MIP, Carter Bryant, Sadiq White, Mustafa Diop, Isaiah Harwell, and Hugo Yigma Makuri. And last but not least, Clutch Player of the Year, T-Mac, Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, Tori Yabusele, and Jared Jenkins. 2042 All-Star participants. We're gonna pretty much see the same old players. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, I don't remember if he made it, but he makes it here. VJ Edgecombe, new era's coming up. T-Mac. Wow, the Mavs with 4 All-Stars, Ja, Bernard King, Kareem, and Elton Brand. LeBron James at 41 years old. 41 years old is making an appearance again. And we got Keith Van Horn and Rip Hamilton. It's a Cooper Flag era. He's taking over New York. Your 2042 MVP, 25.8 points, 8.3 rebounds, 6.2 assists, 2 steals, a block and a half, 50-40-90 club. Imagine how lit New York City would be if they had a white boy Cooper Flag just taking over the city. Baba, Rookie of the Year, 17, 5, 2.5. VJ Edgecombe, 6th Man of the Year, 21 points. Bernard King, DPOI. Carter Bryant, MIP. T-Mac, Clutch Player of the Year. Vin Posey, Coach of the Year, 69 and 13. And Elvin Webb, the 3rd Executive of the Year, 68 and 14. Running out of breath, but we're fine. Ombi, 1st usual player. 2nd, pretty much your usual. Darren Peterson, who is this? He was the first-time All-Star. He's in his 3rd year. Oh, he was the 1st overall pick for the Phoenix Suns, and now he's hooping in the Lakers jersey. 25 points, 5 and 4.3. Ombi, 3rd, same old Jared Jenkins. 5th-year pro with the Sacramento Kings, 20.5 points. Sacramento Kings looking pretty decent. All defensive 1st, same old, and 2nd, pretty much same old. All rookie 1st, Baba, Paul, Darius, Lincoln, Jamal, and all rookie 2nd, Mahmoud, Dooney, Dalen, and Nathan Solomon. Out west, we're pretty much seeing the same 4 teams here, more or less. And the play-in, we have San Antonio, Utah, Phoenix, and Houston. And out east, we have Charlotte, Atlanta, Toronto, Indiana. Same thing for out east too. Similar to play-in, Utah Jazz, Hawks, Spurs, and Charlotte all advanced to the first round. League leaders leading the league in scoring was Cooper Flag, Darren Peterson, T-Mac, Charles Barkley, and Akeem Olajuwon. Rebounds, Tim Duncan, Thomas Sobers, Charles Barkley, Joan Berenger, Akeem, and Chris Sanak. Assists, John Stockton, Norm Nixon, Darius Garland, Chauncey Billups, Andre Miller, and steals, Gary Payton, MJ, Cooper Flag, Bernard King, and VJ Edgecombe. As for blocks, Del Bledsoe, Thomas Sobers, Chris Sanak, Jackson Hayes, and Akeem Olajuwon. OKC Thunder going versus the Lakers in the first round. This is probably LeBron's last chance, and he's up 3-0. He advances, sweeps the Lakers in the second round. Going versus the Sacramento Kings, we have New York, Chicago, Philly, Washington, and Dallas, Denver all advancing too. Similarly to second round, they're down 3-1. OKC's down 3-1, and they lose. We have Sacramento, Dallas, Philly, and New York 1-2 matchup both sides. Game 1 is a dub for Philly and Dallas. Game 2 tied 1-1 both sides. Game 3, Dallas and New York take a 2-1 lead. Game 4, 3-1 lead for both sides. In Game 5, Knicks advance. Dallas Mavericks up 3-2. Can they end it in 6? They ended in 6 for the 5th year in a row. We have Cooper Flag with the New York Knicks and Bernard King with the Dallas Mavericks. Game 1 is a dub for the Knicks. Game 2 is a dub for the Knicks. Game 3 a dub for the Knicks. Game 4, the New York Knicks, Cooper Flag City on top. 24.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 0.7 steals, 1.3 block, 58.5 from the field, 100 from the free throw, and 50% from the three-pointer. So far in this little series, this mini series, out of 5, New York Knicks are up 3-2 in the finals to the Dallas Mavericks. What a loaded player retirement class here. We have Melo, LeBron, Chris Webber, Sean Bradley, DeAndre Ayton, Triple J, Trae Young, Allen Houston, LaMarcus Aldridge, Brandon Roy. This was a nasty player in retirement. We might have 4 Hall of Famers. Melo, 2035 NBA champ, 2035 Finals MVP, 18-time All-Star, and then 11-time All-NBA. LeBron James, 7-time MVP, 22-time All-Star, 17-time first All-NBA. So he made All-NBA 21 times and a 12-time DPOY. DeAndre Ayton, 1-time NBA champ, 11-time All-Star. Yeah, these guys are definitely Hall of Famers. Jaren Jackson Jr. might not make it. Trae Young, 12-time All-Star. It might be a might for these two guys here. Allen Houston, 2-time NBA champ, 4-time All-Star, kind of like a Klay Thompson type career, so he probably will make it too. Hall of Fame inductees, 5 of them. Oh my god. No hit at Trae Young, but how did Trae Young make it over Triple J? Triple J was a 2-time NBA champ. Anyways, LeBron James, Chris Webber, Melo, Trae Young, and Ayton. Jersey retirements, Ja Petrie with the Celtics, 2033 to 2042. Brandon Roy with the Cavs, 2027, 2042. Trae Young with the Rockets, 2026, 2031, and then 2029 to 2042. DeAndre Ayton with the Bulls, 2026, 2042. Melo with the Lakers, 2026, 2042. Chris Webber with the Mavericks, 2025, 2042. And LeBron James with the OKC Thunder, 2022 to 2042. 20 years for the OKC Thunder. Again, draft lottery. Don't know who's in what and where's in what. Draft lottery, Bucks, Magic, Raptors are your 1 through 3 picks. And at the NBA draft, Cameron Mercer goes number 1 to the Bucks. Eric Dampier Jr. goes number 2 to the Orlando Magic. And Aiden Diggs to the Raptors number 3. And then the rest of these guys over here to round up your top 3. For agents, we have Chauncey Billups, Jay Williams, Caron Butler, Keith Van Horn, Andre Miller, Lamar Odom, Ton Van Arsdale, Lucius Allen, Shea. Oh my god, Shea's 38. Shea only made, what is this? Where'd I just go? Shea only made all second team rookie in his entire career. It's crazy how a timeline could just change. Right now, he's the MVP, the reigning champ, finals MVP. And in this simulation, he's only a second time all rookie, not even 1-time all-star. Derek Queen signs to Philly. Philly's low-key building a super team out here. They still have JoJo White. They have MJ, AJ, Tim Duncan, Alonzo Mourning, who's probably going to retire sooner rather than later, Baron Davis. And they also got Derek Queen. I don't think he's as good as we're making him seem to be, but he's an 87 overall. He's in his 4th year. So he could, oh no, you know what? He's kind of playing good. He could definitely develop with them and be pretty decent. Lamar Odom re-signed with the Clippers. This is a great signing. Honestly, I feel like he found his home. He's been with them. He's been, a few-time All-Star with them? 2-time All-Star with the Clippers. So yeah, why not just re-sign? Shea signs with the Spurs and Keith Van Horn with the Spurs too. Their team is alright. I mean, they've been just fighting for the play-in, I guess, for the most part. It's just whatever. We're already down to our last IRL draft class. That is insane. After this draft class, it's literally just automated rookies. Literally just random 2K generated rookies. We have Josiah Brooks, King Baccaw, William Phillips, David Whittaker, Dominique Morrow, Philip Reed, JJ Crawford, Caden Gaskins, London Jackson, Quali Guerin. Yeah, dude, this is the draft class for what, 2030? So this is 5 years from 2025. I mean, these guys are what, 12, 13 years old right now? I have no idea who these guys are. None of them. At the All-Star break, award motherchucking racist Cooper Flag. It's a New York era with Cooper Flag. I feel like it's gonna be a whole Jason Kidd era again, where he was just dominant with the New York Knicks. We got AJ, Tim Duncan, John Stockton, and Bernard King. John Stockton with Cleveland, man. Also, spoiler alert, he's a first-time All-Star. He's averaging 20, 11 assists, almost 2 steals, great efficiency, 42, 45, and 92. Rookie of the Year, Gabe Nesmith, Quilton Wilson, Cameron Mercer, Jordan Page, and Eric Dampier. Six-man, Tayshaun Prince, Jackson Richardson, Isaiah Harwell, Dylan Harper, and Luka Doncic. DPOY, Cooper Flag. This is reminding me a lot of Jason Kidd when he was drafted in 1984, and it was just him dominating MVP and DPOY, him and Magic going at it. Thomas Sobers, Akeem Olajuwon, Bernard King, and Tyron Stokes. MIP, Jalen Harrelson, CMB, Conrad Knuppel, Kareem Lopez, and Caleb Holt. And Clutch Player of the Year, Cooper Flag, Conrad Knuppel, Benny Stiers, Aaliyah Arenas, and Tayshaun Prince. Aaliyah Arenas and John Stockton, that's a vibe in Cleveland. That's a very good vibe. He's averaging 24, 5 and 5, 1.3 steals, 50, 40, 90. This is great. And you have just one of the best passing guards of all time on your team too. That's just disgusting. 2043 All-Star participants. John Stockton makes an appearance. I think this is his first one if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, first time All-Star as we saw before. Ace Bailey, also first time All-Star. VJ Edgecombe, 2-time All-Star. Tim Duncan, 4. Charles Barkley, 4. Dennis Sell, 6-time. Cameron Boozer, first time. A lot of first time here. Aaliyah Arenas too. So we're definitely in the new gen. The new era is kicking in. And then out west, T-Mac, 4-time All-Star. John Moran. This big three here in Dallas is pretty much like your vet of the All-Stars. Keith Van Horn is a 2-time All-Star. Darren Peterson, 2-time All-Star. Rip Hamilton, 7-time All-Star. Tour, first time. Amari Stoudemire, 2-time. Conrad Knuppel, first time. Lamar Odom, he's been here a few times. And Trey Johnson. So we're definitely hitting the new gen. The new era of players is on the rise right now, and it's looking a little scary for the old players. Wow, guys, honestly, I'm a little heartbroken because I had no idea. I was not aware of this glitch. Obviously, I made this sim league when the game first came out. As you guys can see, like, the first part was like 10 months ago or something, 9 months ago. And apparently there's this glitch with the NBA Cup Finals where you can't sim past it. I try to play the game. You can't play any of the games. I saw on Reddit that it was just really like, it was just this glitch. I can't simulate regular season, simulate through the date. Wow, that is so unfortunate. And it just sucks because we were so close to the end. I mean, we did what, 6 seasons already with Michael Jordan when he just got drafted. Michael Jordan's been in the year for, yeah, he's been in the league for 6 years. He was going on his 7th. Like, we were gonna finish this. We were gonna do a whole timeline, a whole rewrote history, and it just sucks that we just lost it to this, the NBA Cup Finals. Obviously now I know for the future to just turn that off the get-go, but I made this sim league when the game basically first came out, so I had no idea of this glitch. Obviously no experience with it throughout the regular rebuilds and simulations we've done throughout the longevity of 2K25 when I was uploading these videos. It just sucks that we're cutting part 4 this short. It's so unfortunate. This is horrible. Wow, this is really bad. I mean, I'm still gonna upload the video because I want to continue the timeline, although it's gonna be like maybe 30 minutes long and we couldn't really finish the timeline. I do apologize for that. If you guys want to watch part 1, part 2, and part 3, go ahead and watch that. It's just, I'm heartbroken. I'm actually heartbroken because I've dedicated like hours, like I would say 100+ hours just on this single sim, on this single, I can't even talk, on this single my league, just for a glitch like this to be happening. And like, I've tried to search up solutions. I can't really find any. I'm going to continue looking, but if I can't, this is essentially just going to be the outro to the video. I'm going to try something because apparently there's some glitch with just G League players. So I'm going to try releasing every single damn G League player on every single damn roster, and I'm going to see if that fixes it. And if it doesn't, like, this is the only idea I could think of. Like, I've seen people try to reset their game or just delete the game, and that didn't work. I've seen people obviously try to simulate it in various ways, and that didn't work. So I'm going to try the only logical thing I could think of, because obviously it's a problem with some G League bug or something, and I'm just going to release every single player in the G League and hope to God that works. But if not, this is the end. This is the end of our timeline. We managed to do 48, I want to say almost 50 seasons of this, which is pretty damn good. Never mind, we've done almost 60 seasons, not 50, almost 60 seasons. I just did the math. Damn near 60 seasons of this, and that's a lot. 60 seasons is a lot. That's a lot. Okay, as you guys can see, every single G League, two-way, whatever that bullcrap is, has been released. Every single one. Every damn single one. We'll do the whole turn, all the way until we get back to the Boston Celtics. Done. We're gonna try simulating again. If it doesn't work, it's not working. It is just simply not not working. Simply through the date, nothing. Play the game. Heat Spurs, nothing. Play the game. Suns Kings, play the game. I don't even freaking know, man. It's just not working. Maybe, is there a way to make this league offline? I don't think there's a way. I remember when I used to play in 2K16, 2K9, or not 2K16, 2K17, 2K18, there was a way to make the league turn offline. I guess, oh, NBA Cup here. NBA Cup. Can we, man, there's literally no way, isn't there? There's just straight up no way. Man, I mean, this is just unfortunate. It's just really unfortunate that it ended this way. I'm grateful, super grateful, because I was reading that it happened to people in 2031, that happened to people in 2020. So like this could have happened really earlier to us, and we could have had just one part. So I was grateful enough to have 4 parts, or 3.5 technically. It just sucks that it ended this way. Honestly, it just sucks, and I'm very disappointed in 2K. Very disappointed in 2K. We're 60 years in, basically 60 years in, and this is how it ends. It ends like this. Like this game, you've had My League since what, 2K14 or what, 2K13? I'm pretty sure even in 2K13 it was there, but off memory, 2K14. Like it's been out for 10 plus years, and this is happening. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed, and I'm sorry that we couldn't do the full timeline, guys. I really wanted to do it. That was my objective for 2K25. Anyways, again, I'm really sorry for this. If you guys somehow still enjoy the first 6 seasons of part 4, please let me know, and leave a like, comment, subscribe. Any support is greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Okay, so this is the editor version of me. Although this timeline officially isn't done, I realized we never went through the entirety of our timeline's history. 2041, 2042, we're gonna go down all the way to 1984, 1985, where Glenn Robinson wins MVP with the Clippers. We have 2 years of Jason Kidd, 4 years of Magic Johnson. This is where Magic and Jason Kidd just went back and forth for a bunch of years, even DPOY. Jason Kidd goes back for back-to-back. Then we have Magic Johnson, what is this, 6-peating, a 6-piece. Then we have Clyde Drexler, AD, just, what is this, 10 years almost? I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of just Denver dominance. Oscar Robertson steals the deal, and then Clyde Drexler wins back-to-back. Then it goes to Westbrook, Isaiah Thomas, Steve Nash wins it 3 times in a row. Then it goes to KD, Westbrook again 2 times, Kevin Durant again 2 times, Wembanyama, Kevin Durant again 2 times, David Robinson twice, Wembanyama twice, Blake Griffin wins it once with the Bulls, and then LeBron James for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Sorry, my PC went off. 7 years, not 8. Sorry, 7 years. And then this is where Chris Webber and Bernard King kind of messed up LeBron's whole tenure here. Chris Webber won 5 in a row. Then it was just going back and forth with Chris Webber, Bernard King, John Morant. So whoa, Mavericks went on a huge tenure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for a whole decade. The Mavericks have had an MVP on their team, and then it ends off with Zion, T-Mac, and Cooper Flag. For the Rookie of the Years, honestly, I don't think it's as important as like MVP or champions or DPOYs and stuff like that, but we could just breeze through real quick. You guys see the names here, and we'll kind of just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know, honestly, I don't know what to commentate over this, because I don't feel like naming the names one by one, because obviously it's going to be a different player for every year. So we'll kind of just scroll. If you guys want to take a pause, take a pause. These are all the players over here. Kind of the same for 6 man of the year. If you guys want to take a pause, take a pause. There's a lot of 6 men, a lot of good 6 men, a lot of questionable 6 men. You're like, why is he off the bench? But if you watch the first and second part, you know why they're off the bench. Like Kobe Bryant, why is he off the bench? Well, because the Dallas Mavericks were really stacked. They were very, very, very stacked, and these are all the players here. DPOY, to start off our DPOY, we had the Dallas Mavericks with Brian Grant. Then it goes to Michael Smith. Then it goes to James Donaldson, Sebastian Levins. Chet wins 1 year. Magic Johnson wins 2 years. This, I'm telling you, Jason Kidd and Magic were going at it in the first part. Jason Kidd wins back-to-back. Back to MJ for a 3-peat. Back to Jason Kidd for a double back-to-back. Then Chet, Magic, AD, Jermaine O'Neal, Cat. Then it goes back to AD. AI snags 1. AD again back-to-back. Then it goes back to AI. Wembanyama, Westbrook, Larry Sanders, Tyrone Jefferson. KD wins it once. Then we have KG winning it 3 times. Then back to KD for 2 times. Then David Robinson. Then LeBron James and his, I'm pretty sure this was his rookie year, drafted by Phoenix, wins it back-to-back. Then it goes to Alex R. David Robinson, back to Alex R. Scottie Pippen wins it back-to-back. And then back to KG. And then LeBron kind of went on a little streak here. He won it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. For a decade, LeBron James just dominated DPOYs. Then it goes to Bernard King, Shaq, and then Bernard King back-to-back. Past champions. Wow, we got to see this. I want to see all the individual ones, and then I want to count East versus West. So obviously, this was our technical first season, where we're just a bunch of John Doe's, 40 overall, so the Supersonics win one, but we're not going to count this. Then it goes to the Spurs. They win the first championship before Jalen Rose wins 1 with the Kings. Jason Kidd wins 2. Magic Johnson wins 2. Then Paulo snags 1 versus Denver. Then Jason Kidd 3-peats. Then we have Chet, Magic Johnson repeating, LaMelo Ball, John Sunvoid, I'm not sure who that is, Steve Nash, Stephon Marbury, Ross Manning, Clyde Drexler, Ben Simmons wins. These are all finals MVP, and then the teams obviously on the left side, Westbrook, Allen Iverson, Dante Green, Steve Nash, AI. We had a stretch here where no team was kind of repeating. Jalen Green wins finals MVP, Isaiah Thomas, and then our first back-to-back was 2013, 2014 in a while, like in almost 10 plus years. Kevin Durant wins back-to-back. Then we have Cade, and Devin Robinson wins back-to-back. Wembanyama, Blake Griffin, KD again wins another one. Wembanyama, Kawhi Wembanyama wins back-to-back again. Stephen Curry with the Denver Nuggets, Chris Paul, Larry Bird, Zion. It's funny how Larry Bird ended up in Boston. Then Zion with the New York Knicks was in 2028, 2029. Wow. Chris Webber wins it. Oh my god, they fifth-peated. Then it goes to the Lakers, then it goes back to the Mavericks, back to the New York Knicks, and this is where the series of 5 happened, where the Dallas Mavericks win twice, and then Zion and then Cooper Flag and Shaq just three-peat over here. I do think the West has won far more championships, but I still think it's going to be pretty interesting to see. We have the Spurs winning 1, Kings 2, 3, 4, Denver Nuggets here. Then we have the Lakers 5, Denver Nuggets 2 times again 7, Dallas Mavericks 8, Timberwolves 9, Timberwolves again 10, Spurs 11, Denver Nuggets and Dallas Mavericks again, so plus 3 is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34 championships went out west, and then out east. We had 1 over here, 2, 3, 4, and then wow, for a while they don't win until 5 over here at the Magic. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So the West won, if I remember correctly, 34 to 22, 12 more championships than the East. And yeah, this is officially gonna end up the video here. Again, I'm super sorry for this inconvenience. This is like 3 days after. I still can't simulate it. As you guys can see, it's still very glitchy. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I've learned to just kind of like cope with it, and not cope with it. I don't know. I'm still very sad about this, but I hope you guys enjoyed this timeline. It was a very, very much so blast doing it, and see you guys in 2026 on another timeline. Peace.